Joel Cohen, Ethan Cohen, and I arrived in Austin, Texas in 1982 to begin work on Blood Simple, the first feature for all of us. We had not worked our way up any kind of ladder, and not just because I was afraid of heights. By self-declaration, I was a feature film cinematographer, Ethan a producer, and Joel a director. Ethan and Joel had written the script. Ethan had briefly attended Princeton as a philosophy major, but quit via a letter to the dean claiming he had lost his legs in a wood chipper incident. Or at least that's what Ethan told me. What Joel and I had separately learned at film school, I had attended NYU Graduate Film School while Joel was an undergraduate, was to pre-plan everything. Every shot, every edit was designed before we started to shoot. The worst place to figure things out is on a set, surrounded by the crew biding their time. By spending as little money as possible on wardrobe, crew, and set building, we bought ourselves as many shooting days as possible. We alternated 5- and 6-day work weeks, and our 42-day shooting schedule was much longer than most low-budget films. Joel and Ethan and I were attracted to stylized movies. Scorsese was a big influence, as was Kubrick, especially his Dr. Strangelove. We also were fond of Bertolucci's The Conformist. The Coens and I had lots of creative freedom on Blood Simple because we had never worked on a movie and therefore had nothing to lose. We could take big chances with the design and execution of our little film. If we failed, we had no reputation to ruin. We also had no studio thwarting our wacky creative impulses with notes. This freedom meant we had fun. In hindsight, I'm amazed directors put up with me as their cinematographer. I was a big presence on the set. Some might say a handful. I had a lot of personality. I often wore a stick-on-your-forehead baby thermometer that would glow my temperature. This allowed me to walk up to anyone, Joel, Ethan, Fran, grips, electricians, lean my pinhead forward, and ask what my temperature was. "I've got a temperature," I would gleefully announce to everyone within earshot. "What's it at, bah?" Ethan would yell back. 99, I'd scream, holding the back of my hand across my forehead, silent movie actress style. The film's investors, I think there were about 60, for the most part hated the finished film. They weren't sure if it was a comedy or noir film and didn't grok how it could be both. The boys lugged their finished film around to all the studios, who were happy to look at it since most low-budget independent movies were, unlike ours, rarely shot on 35mm film. Blood Simple looked like a studio movie with an indie attitude. The studio's production people tended to like it, and the distribution teams felt they couldn't market it. After 9 months of carrying those heavy film cans around, Joel and Ethan were no closer to finding a distributor. Luckily, the boys were able to get the movie accepted at the Toronto Film Festival. Ben Barinholtz, working for a new distribution company located in Washington, D.C., saw the film and liked it. Circle Films agreed to distribute. The New York Film Festival doesn't usually accept first-time filmmakers, nor films that had already been shown at other festivals, but they surprisingly accepted Blood Simple. Our careers changed at around 8 p.m. on the evening of October 11th, 1984, when the next day's edition of the New York Times published Janet Maslin's review, calling Blood Simple a black comic romp. Her review begins, "Black humor, abundant originality, and a brilliant visual style make Joel Coen's Blood Simple a directorial debut of extraordinary promise." Later, she comments, "The camera work by Barry Sonnenfeld is especially dazzling."